Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Dragon Warrior 4 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Last episode we got the wagon from Hector and we headed south and we ended up in Konenber here, the port town. And we learned that Taloon went to the lighthouse in the east to try to defeat the monsters there who were basically causing ships to wreck if they tried to leave the port. So we're going to head over there and see if we can recruit him and stop the monsters. Problem is though, this tower has really high encounter rate, and some of the enemies can be really tough. So I'm actually going to basically do this thing in two parts. I do have some bad news, unfortunately. Speaking of bad, at certain points the capture card is acting really weird, and I didn't know that until after I was, uploading and after I was uploading and editing and putting in the information. So there was sometimes where there's like some a little bit of skips, but nothing like major, like kind of just like what we saw there. Like there might be like maybe like 6 or 7 steps that like somehow got cut out. But I'll try to point out when that happens, and there's nothing major that's missed. So what is missed though is defeating any of these metal slimes. They're pretty common in this tower, and I do get lucky and get a few defeated, especially on my second run through. I think I get 3 total wiped out, so I said some good experience, and that experience will obviously help us with levels, and that will make the tower easier on its second trip. But so we start heading up here, and we're going to see Taloon, and as we approach Taloon, he's going to come back to us. Oh, I didn't know who you are, but you've come at the right time. I want to extinguish the evil fire burning in this lighthouse. Powerful monsters have been preventing me from going any further. Will you extinguish the evil fire burning? No, I beg you please, Sir Yetza, but thou must so. The fire certainly burned in this lighthouse until recently. They say a remnant of it still burns somewhere in this lighthouse. It should be able to extinguish the evil fire. Shall I repeat this? Nah. I'm counting on you, I'll be waiting for you in the port town. And he goes back. The remnant of the Flame of Serenity there, it's basically on the way to the top of the tower where the evil flame is, so you really can't miss it, unless you actively skip it. So it's nice. It's not like one of these treasure chests that are in the middle of nowhere or kind of like hidden with like a secret entrance. So we're gonna get a few seeds. Like I said, this trip is gonna take this dungeon is going to take 2 trips through, so I'll make a trip, get a bunch of the treasures, then I'll go back to Konenber, save, and then I'll save scum to get the best luck and strength increases on those seeds. And we're going to get a strength seed a little bit later. Both of those will get +3 luck and +3 strength for Cosmo there. So as you can see, the encounter rate is pretty high here. I actually don't beat the boss in this thing because I was the filming, it was like almost an hour long, and I was like, well, I'll just leave the boss for the next episode. But then when I cut out all the random encounters, I was like, wow, it's only 14 minutes. I was like, I probably could have kept the boss in there, but we'll start off the next episode beating up boss. For now though, we're finally going to beat up a metal slime. This one doesn't run away from us, so we'll get the first one. Usually if I run into a group of metal slimes, I will change the tactics from offensive to use no MP. Because otherwise, if it's just the metal slimes, Mara and Nara will still try to use their spells on the metal slimes, and the metal slimes are immune to all spells. So there's the stats for the metal slime that I didn't want to put up until you can actually read them and they weren't covering everything up. So, but yeah, they'll be on the screen for a little bit here because with all this experience, we're going to gain some levels. We're also going to start seeing how Mara starts pulling away from Nara in terms of level. Yeah, people wonder if Nara might have been bugged because she, toward the end, she starts gaining levels really slow, and the levels that she does gain, don't give her a lot of stats. So so some people think it might have been like a program error. Stats can be somewhat random in this game. Usually, like, characters have like a set value, a set value of stats that they can go up, and it can be like, you know, they're guaranteed to go up in strength, but it's only going to be 1 or 2 points between this level and this level, and then between like 30 and 40, it'll be 2 to 3 points of strength. So for the most part, not too much. I mean, there's some statistical variance, but unless you get really unlucky and always get rolled a negative, always roll like the smallest number out of all of them, most people's stats would probably end up very similar. You have to like save scum to get the max stats. Somebody on Game FAQs actually did that and kind of calculated what the max stats for like everybody would be if you got the perfect level up all the time. But I know you have to do that if you're playing like a single player, a single character challenge for like the original Final Fantasy. Because otherwise some classes don't get enough strength to be able to damage Chaos at the end, even with the Masmune. So you have to do some things where you have to get a certain you have to get you know, your strength, your vitalities, and some of you have to get agility to be able to have enough defense to avoid physical attacks. So one streamer, Gyre, G-Y-R-E, he does sometimes these Final Fantasy like challenge runs, and I watched a few of them, and like I said, he had it's really annoying, like save scumming for things, because, you know, he'll get to a point where he's right away from getting a level, and then he'll have to reset over and over just to get the right stats necessary. So a little bit skipped here. It's just, but we'll see it kind of on our way back walking. So yeah, for some reason the screen froze here, but we went down there. There was a treasure chest. We ended up getting the treasure chest. I think it was it wasn't anything important. It might have been just like Wing of the Wyvern of gold. But so yeah, sometimes the data just like got corrupted for some reason. This guy's talking about ambushing Taloon, and he's like, oh, I know, he must have escaped. I'm gonna go cast Return and go fight him in the town. But he casts the Return spell, and he bonks his head on the ceiling. So that's why you need to have the outside spell when you're in a dungeon, because if you try to cast outside, or Return while you're inside a dungeon, it basically says you bopped your head on the ceiling. So that makes the outside spell necessary. So there was basically just straight up there from where the screen stopped, and we went up there and we ended up getting a boomerang from that treasure chest there. Well, no, a golden barret, one of those helmets for Nara and Mara. So, and then I just jumped out of the tower, cast the Return spell, and ended up back here. I ended up buying, I bought some fairy water there so I won't get into any encounters on the way to the tower, and I bought a whole bunch of medical herbs to conserve healing magic on the way up the tower. Because that first little trip there, Nara ran out of all her magic spells. That's what it was, that one that we missed on the bottom. It was another magic potion. So we have 2 magic potions now for Nara, but we're going to save them. Like I said, it's better to just use do 2 trips here and save those magic potions. So, you can eventually be able to buy those magic potions in Endor, but we want to be saving our money for other stuff. So we got some more metal slimes. As you can see, I changed my tactics to use no MP. One of these metal slime things I get lucky. I think they're right there. Sometimes Hector will build up power, and if he does build up power like that, he'll end up doing 2 points of damage when he hits. We got lucky there because he actually did hit. There's still a chance that he'll miss, you know, his attack will miss. But in a previous battle with metal slimes that I kept in, you noticed that Mara managed to defeat one with a critical hit with the poison needle. Hit the vital spot, knocked it out, so that's really good. So yeah, there's a few more, a little less skips capture corruption in this thing. I said I went back to the town, saved the game, made a hard save, so that's why I couldn't go back and redo the first part there, because I had to save a resave already done. I only have like one save, so I have to start doing 2 saves in the thing here and do a copy. But anyway, yeah, I started to notice I made a hard save back at the town again. There's still just a little slight corruption here, but like I said, it's mainly just at the end, and I'll you know, point everything out. So we just head up into the second floor here. I know if they go out of the way to get those 2 treasure chests, we can just head into here. And we do go out our way to get 2 treasure chests over there under that like that awning over there, but it's not too far out of the way. But starting now, in this tower, we're gonna start getting those trap chests, man-eater chests that was such a problem in Dragon Warrior 3 that started appearing in the Isis Temple where we got the magic key. There's gonna be started, like I said, appearing here. So, but luckily the computers, the tactics actually helps a little bit when fighting them. I guess the computer knows that they're vulnerable to sleep, and so if you have your tactics on offensive, now it will actually put the chest to sleep. So we go offensive. We use this coward thing. Anyone hit with the cow, the boss actually uses that similar attack in this dungeon. So that can be kind of annoying. But yeah, anybody who gets hit by that, they lose their turn. Not that it matters, because now I've managed to put this guy to sleep. So it didn't matter that we had to basically wait a little extra time to finish him off. But that we lost Hector and Mara being able to do anything to him. And I was just talking about the outside spell. Cosmo finally got it. There's a boomerang. There's 2 more treasures. And we're gonna get a little bit of a skip here. We head up these steps, and then the steps lead right to that staircase above, and immediately to the south of that staircase is a treasure chest. It's right on the screen, and that contains that piece of the Fire of Serenity that Taloon mentioned. Now we have some staircases. The ones on the bottom lead to dead ends. We just want to head to the one in the upper right, and that takes us to the top of the tower, the northeast corner of the tower. The staircase in the southwest and the southeast, they just lead to like a dead end room. And we got a lucky metal blow there. Luckily, critical hit against the metal slime there. There's a metal cut is a ability that you'll learn in some future Dragon Quest games that are guaranteed to hit metal enemies. So, usually like the heavy fighting classes gain them. Characters start gaining like skills and job classes. So you can see the boss is a were-tiger and these 2 flamer enemies. And over this way, get the last treasure chest in this area. And I believe that was just a strength seed. So we'll be back in the next episode to take on the boss. Take care, have a good one. See you then. Sorry for the corruption there. Bye.